I got Ozzie Jurek on the line with me right now. Hey, Ozzie, I love this. There's been so much talk about foreign buyers of real estate. If I was to describe, this is a group that's bought billions of dollars worth. But I've always wanted it to have a better context. Well, I think we got it in the last week or so when we found out who the big buyers in the U.S. market were.
Yeah, that's a surprise, we have the National Association of Realtors always has a mid-year study, and they're saying China is still number one in the U.S., but a significant rise in foreign investment came from a massive hiking activity from Canadian buyers, 19 billion, which is a new high for Canada.
Yeah, I don't think any country on a per capita basis is investing more in the U.S. and a per unit, I bet. They didn't break it down this time, but I've seen it before, where the Chinese are buying these sort of trophy properties, but we know we've got a lot of listeners. Gosh, I've got Ozzie Jurek subscribers who fly down to Phoenix with you and have done very well since 2011-12 investing in the Phoenix market. So we've got a lot of Canadians active down there, and I just think it's interesting because of all the outcry over foreign buyers, especially in Toronto and the Vancouver area and a little bit in Victoria. Hey, what do you think Canadians are doing everywhere?
Yeah, can you imagine? We don't like the U.S. arguing about our milk marketing boards and our stumpage fees. Imagine we said, okay, we're going to get even with you Canadians. You're charging our buyers a foreign tax of 15%. We're going to do the same to you. And all these people that own properties in Palm Springs and Palm Desert and in Scottsdale, they would be, what, us?
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting, though. Obviously, Canadians are also, by the way, second in Australia, too, in buying. Big participants in Europe. So it's not like this is strange to us. But I'm just interested, Ozzie, why do you think people are going to the U.S. that way? Is it just because it's a vacation spot and they want to own the property? Or is there other stuff going on?
Well, I think certainly a lot of our buyers are looking for safety first. Remember, we printed all this money, and I've always argued when you print money out of nowhere and that money competes with the money you and I earn, that excess cash flows into hard assets, not just real estate. Paintings are going crazy and oddball things, but you want to have safety first. And so that money is looking for that safety and looking for return on capital. They want to have return off capital, not just, I'm sorry, they don't want to have return off capital. They want to get their money back, So,
yeah. But
more important, it's the price, Mike. It's $1 million on average for every condo, townhouse, and single-family home in Vancouver, $1.6 million for a house. In Toronto, it's $920. Montreal, it's $364. But you go to Palm Springs, it's $307, and Orlando, it's $165,000. The difference in price also make a big difference.
Let me turn to BC just for a sec, because I've got over the last little bit, they have a new government in British Columbia. I've had over the last little bit lots of talk about the housing market and what the new government will do. And I think the new housing minister, is that David Eby?
No, it's Ms. Robinson from...
Yes, of course. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they talked a lot about housing in the election, of course, and I just want to get a quick perspective on what you see coming. Is it going to be a big change? Are we going to have more? What policies might we expect? Or is it a lot more talk from an election point of view, maybe not so much in practice?
Well, certainly she was missed. No pipelines, no dams, and I want to impose a speculation tax and build 114,000 new houses. Certainly that's what the platform was. And according to Professor Somerville and Davidoff at UBC, they believe the NDP will put in the new 2% speculation tax, and that's sort of a 2% tax on foreign people who buy properties but don't pay tax here. So the idea is you're going to be charged this extraordinary 2%, and if you pay some BC taxes, that'll be deducted from it. Now, in my view, when the thing was put in the House last fall, there was no word foreign in there. It just simply said speculators. And we think it's quite possible, hold on to your hats, and we said it before, that it won't just be on foreigners, but on everybody. If you seem to be a speculator, hey, you might have to come up with the money, which would be an outcry, but it's on the table. I'm absolutely convinced of it.
Well, that's one of the reasons that people are wondering what Minister Robinson's going to do with that file. And, of course, a new government brings in new policies, certainly new approach. It was big time talked about. It'll be interesting. The Green Party, who, of course, is supporting the NDP government, also had a lot of stuff on taxes. So I'm just wondering if they're going to get through those higher property purchase taxes that the Green Party wanted, an escalating property purchase tax that went to 12%. once you got over $3 million, which is what the average price of a home in West Vancouver and the west side of Vancouver. So, it's not something that would be a little bit esoteric. It would be virtually on any kind of average house, single detached house that you buy, in that area. So, that would also have a huge impact. So no wonder people are paying attention here.
Yeah, and the Greens also wanted a 30% foreign tax. But
That's
a lot
right.
of those things may not come because they're harder to implement. But they might put the tax across the province. As you said, it's everybody wants after taxes. But one thing they're going to do fairly quickly is they want to tax the pre-sale assignment kind of a deal. Right now, if the deal hasn't closed and you make a $40,000 profit, you have to pay capital gain tax. But I think the NDP would also like to have a fee for that transaction. And so they're working on that. And then the idea of building 114,000 new houses, you and I have talked about it before. We can't get 500 houses built in Vancouver. How they're going to build 10,000 a year is I think it's a dream.
Well, it's going to be interesting. We'll keep a close eye on it. Ozzy, you go out and have a terrific weekend. And in the meantime, wait. Sorry, Ozzy. Just hold on. I want a hot property from you before you go any further.
We got a great one, a Kelowna single-family brand new home, under 500,000, 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom on 2 levels, and in Osoyo's a 1-bedroom waterfront condo at 205,000.
Oh, gorgeous parts of the province of British Columbia also, that's for sure. Just go for more information on that, by the way, go to Jurok, J-U-R-O-C-K, Jurok.com. Ozzy, go out and have a good time. I'm very relieved that you are boating instead of golfing, so thank you on behalf of golfers everywhere. And golf course owners.
I'm now hitting my woods just great, but I'm having a terrible time getting out of them.